Welcome to the tutorial on source-free RL circuit. Source-free circuits are the ones which are obtained when the DC source is suddenly disconnected. And here we are looking at source-free RL circuit. So this is a source-free RL circuit where you have the inductor and the resistor, and the energy that was stored when the source was connected is now going to be released to the resistor exponential. Let us assume the initial current through the inductor I of 0, which we will denote as I naught, at time t is equal to 0, along with the corresponding energy that was stored in the inductor, which can be given as E of 0 to be equal to half L I naught of 0. Here I naught corresponds to the initial value of current, that is I of 0, which when we compute in terms of transients can be done as I of 0 minus equal to I of 0 plus. So let us now apply KVL to this particular circuit. On applying KVL, we have VL plus VR is equal to 0. This voltage across the inductor can be written as L into di by dt, and the voltage across a resistor can be represented as I into R to be equal to 0. In a similar fashion like we have done for RC circuit, let us rearrange this and then apply integration. Di by dt plus R by L into I is equal to 0. This can be further rearranged and integrated on both the sides. Di by I to be equal to minus of by L dt. Now we know that integration of 1 by I is equal to the natural logarithm of I. So this can be written as ln of I to be equal to minus R by L into t, since integration of 1 dt is going to be equal to plus the constant. So in this particular case, the constant of integration that we will be representing as A. Okay, so this is the integrating constant which corresponds to the initial value. So let us bring the integration constant to the left hand side. So this becomes ln I minus ln of A to be equal to minus R by L into t. So we know that ln of A minus ln of B can be written as ln of A by B, right? So this will be ln I by A equals minus R by L into t. So let us take the exponentials for both these terms. So when you take the exponential, this term goes off. So what is left is I by A is equal to e power minus R by L into t. So rewriting, I can write this as I is equal to A into e power minus R by L into t. As I said, A corresponds to the initial value of current, and that is nothing but equal to I naught. So in terms of the response of the circuit, I can write this particular equation, this above equation, as I of t to be equal to I naught e power minus R by L into t. This is the expression for the current through the inductor in the source-free circuit. So this gives me the current response, which is basically exponential decay of the initial value of current. So the exponential decay is been shown by this exponential factor. Since the response is due to the initial energy stored in this particular inductor and not because of the external voltage or the current source, this can be called as the natural response. So this is the natural response of the RL circuit. Let us now analyze what happens when t is equal to 0. So in this expression, I get this as I of t to be equal to I naught e power 0, and e power 0 is 1, so it is going to be equal to I naught. As t increases, the current decreases to 0 because it is the energy that is decreasing, so it decreases to 0. And when T is equal to tau, which corresponds to the time constant, since this particular expression can also be written as I naught e power minus t by tau, right? And this time constant is given in this case to be equal to L by R for an RL circuit. So let me substitute t is equal to tau in this particular equation for I of t. I will get I of t to be equal to I naught e power minus 1, which is equal to 0.368 I naught. So graphically, if I have to show you the response of this particular circuit, then let me plot a graph of I of t versus t. So when the presence of source is present, the energy is stored in the inductor, and the value of this particular stored energy corresponds to the initial value of current, which is equal to I naught, and this energy will slowly start decreasing. So when it decreases in an exponential manner. So as the time increases, the current decreases to 0, and at a value of time equal to tau, I get it as equal to 0.368 I. So if the value of tau is small, then faster will be the rate of the decay, then you will get a very steep kind of response. If the value of tau is large, then the rate of decay will be very slow or gradual. So here the time constant basically corresponds to the time that is required for the response to decay to a factor of 1 by E, or 36.8% from its initial value.